Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Thank you. I really thank you so much for tuning in to Michael John Paranormal. I am your ghost host, Michael John. Thank you for subscribing. All those people that have subscribed in the last couple of weeks, all those that have viewed my videos in the last couple of weeks, thank you so much. It means the world to me. And also, if you haven't subscribed, I should mention down below, you see the little red says subscribe on it. Please, please, please push that button for me. Use your little clicker on your mouse. Done, done, and done. Spread the word. You know, tell a buddy, bring a friend, as the saying goes. Please spread the word about Michael John Paranormal and how awesome it is, and how you love my storytelling, and I'm just a cute guy. All right. So, anyways, today we're going to continue on in my book, When You Talk to the Dead, They Hear You, and this is Act 4, entitled My Father Says Hello. So I was about 25 years old, and my father passed away. He was only 52. The who, the what, and the why, and the how, it doesn't matter. We don't need to get into all that nonsense. About a year later, I had heard through the grapevine there was a medium in the area that could communicate with loved ones, on your behalf. She's supposed to be really good, this, that, and the other thing. So I was like, all right, I'll check her out. So then my sister and I went together, and when I had my turn finally to get up there with Miss Elizabeth, that was her name, not Miss Elizabeth from wrestling, Elizabeth was her name. Anyways, I'm going to lower this just a hint. Okay, boom, hello. All right, so Miss Elizabeth, the medium. She asked us over the phone when we initially made our appointment to write down a few names of spirits that we wanted to communicate with. So as I'm walking in, she's asking me, Michael, do you have that list? I'm like, okay, yeah. So I got to pull it out. And she's like, oh, don't worry about it. They're already here. It was that fast. I'm reflecting on that right now, and it was pretty awesome. The first thing Elizabeth is telling me is that my father is there, and her voice is changing. This is what was really crazy. It was getting raspy. She was almost, choking a bit on her words, literally. She's trying to tell me, though, while this is happening, yeah, this is your father. He's so excited to see you. He's trying to talk to you directly through me. And then she pulls this one on me. Well, not pulls. You know what I mean. She says, yeah, your father's a huge smoker. He's surrounded by smoke. I'm choking on the cigarette smoke as well. And that was 100% true, for example, right? A few other things, I experienced where there was amazing. She got up at one point and walked around as I walk around. My dad and I have quite a unique walk, if anybody knows me. Anyway, it is what it is. But she gets up, and she starts walking around like my father and and me. Excuse me. Again, not short of amazing, right? Incredible experience, So that was my first somewhat of a communication with my father, which was very cool. Okay, don't get me wrong. The next time I had heard, I was overhearing, or maybe I was watching, whatever it was. There was a psychic on there by the name of Sylvia Brown, a medium, well-known medium. She was on TV, I think on the Montel Williams show, was what she was on a lot. I think that's what she was on. That's how long ago this was. And she said, when someone asks, how do we talk to them? She's like, well, you talk to them like you would talk to anybody. They hear you. Just talk out loud. So yeah, I was like, okay, I'm going to try this. And I felt like a tool for quite a while doing this, but I persevered probably about 3 months, talking to my father every night, trying to get something, some sort of undisputed evidence that he heard me, so then I forget that I'm doing it. I just kind of after about 3 months, nothing's happening. Okay. It's the impossible uphill climb. It's time to stop. So I think that was maybe one of the best things I did, just to kind of let it go and let it happen at that point. and not think so hard about it. And it was crazy because the message came in another person from their dream. Yeah, that's right, from their dream. This was my brother-in-law. One day he came up to me and he said, "You might think after I tell you this that I'm the craziest son of a bitch on the planet, and I wouldn't blame you. I had a dream, and I got to tell you about it." So I'm like, "Oh, okay, sure." And in this dream, he sees one of those old answering machines with a cassette tape in them. Of course, he walks over to it, presses play, and holy shit, if there isn't a message from my father on there. And my father says, "Hey guys, it's Dad. Call to say I love you, I miss you, and I'm looking out for you. And if you could please let Michael know. Definitely not her. And yes, but it's not going to happen for you right away." And he looks at me and goes, "Does that mean anything to you?" As my jaw drops to the floor in amazement. Because for those 3 months I was asking my father 2 specific questions, and I got the answer from that answering machine message in my brother-in-law's dream. For me, and just learning over the years, it's the best way I could have got that first round of communication from my father. Because how could I dispute it? How could really anybody dispute it? I mean, there's naysayers, and so what? I don't care. This is my truth, my experience. Do with it as you will. Thanks for tuning in again. Hit the subscribe. This was an undisputed way for me to believe that this is possible to do. If I would have experienced it in a dream myself, or some other sort of sign directly to me, I might have discounted it as coincidental. I might have discounted the dream if I had it. Be quiet, Miss Rosie, Daddy's taping. My guard dogs, I got 3 guard dogs. Now she threw me off. Thanks, Miss Rosie. Hey, I'm back. Okay. Everything's all calm at the home front now, so I can continue on with my story. Thanks for putting up with us. So, nothing short of amazing was the fact I got communication from my old man. Yes. And I'm, to this day, to this very moment, this very second, I am forever grateful for that moment. I learned a couple years after that if you give them permission, I give you permission to communicate with me. I'd like to see you in a dream. I give you permission. Said relative, said friend, whatever. This works for you as well. And that's what I'm also here to share with you, is that you can do this as well. If you focus and believe, without a shadow of a doubt, whatever it is you're doing is going to work to communicate with said person. In my experiences, it 100% works. It's all about belief in yourself. Yes, spirit communication is very real. In my experiences, it's nothing to be afraid of. Certainly respect it. Treat it as you want to be treated. But nothing can harm you. I've never come across any demons or devils. I've come across some rude spirits, some liars, as in life, so in death. Bottom line here is spirit communication is indeed real. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. Email me down below, michaeljohnferry@gmail.com. In the comments section below, that email address is there. Again, michaeljohnferry@gmail.com. Any questions, any suggestions, maybe I can help you to communicate with someone as well. I would love to do that. Just look me up. Again, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Michael John Paranormal. And of course, don't forget my friends at the top, www.bandedspirits.com. Good old Orbs, the Orbs team out of Ohio. And of course, Orbs Canada, along with my buddy, the CCG, the creepy clown guy, Pat Ryan. Keep a lookout for him as well. He's going to be coming up in these videos sooner than later. And with that, Happy hauntings.